Well, when I was 5 and I was in Pickering, about 70 feet from the nuclear reactors, probably would have had my pick a different house. Just saying. Nick Kiprio says the ball would never go on over the fence on one side, anyways, because that's nuclear side. When I was 5, I remember skating for the first time with Gordie House skates. I remember crying at kindergarten at Holy Redeemer, which is on Liverpool Road, doesn't exist anymore. Condos, shocking. And I remember being allowed to stay up and watch the Leafs win the Stanley Cup. That's it for 5. And maybe I don't even remember anything from 5 to 10, but I remember that at 5 years old. And so my favorite team would have been the team that my dad forced me to watch, because when he came to Canada and he came here from Scotland, Toronto was the team to watch. And I thought I would stay up and watch Stanley Cups from now till forever. And this is just this is like Christmas, Easter. It happens every year. And I haven't seen it since. And I can collect my CPP now because I'm that old. So my favorite team back then would have been the Toronto Maple Leafs. And when I got to sign with them at the end of my career, to say that it was a dream come true would be an understatement. First time I put that sweater on was an emotional moment that I can, again, still recall to this day, thinking, wow, this is an incredible thing to get to play for the team that you watched when you were 5 and thought it would never end. Well, it did, as we all know.
Well, they did win 4 Stanley Cups between 62 and 67. And I remember when I was 5 years old, I remember the 62 win, right? So very, very little. But I do remember the 67 one quite well because I was 10 by then. But yeah, there was a time when it seemed like this was just going to happen every year or every other year. This is what the Leafs do. They win the Stanley Cups.